You, yes, I'm talking to you. You deserve a break. Enjoy a moment of indulgence. It's time for Zanna Coffee. Guilt-free pleasure. Zanna Coffee is the organic coffee to amplify your senses and enhance love for life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Only the best organic and GMO-free coffee beans from around the world that I selected. Zanna Coffee brings you happiness in every cup. Fair trade certified, sustainable organic coffee. That means we do not use slaves. Free Zanna songs with every coffee bag. Find Zanna Coffee at www.zannacoffee.com www.zannacoffee.com. Get your coffee bag now. Don't be cheap. Life is too short and you deserve the best. Zanna Coffee. Okay guys, back here on the air, and you're listening to Love, Guns and Freedom with Luca Zanna. I genuinely really very excited about what happened to Ronald O'Donnell. Because this is not just about him. This is about we the people, we are waking up. I really believe that. And I'm telling you, one of the things really I learned in the last 2 years, to understand if we want to send a message to the establishment that controls both parties, we understand that, at least we should understand that, is to completely get out of the trap, get out of these chains of that keep us separated of the Democratic, Republican garbage. That's the way they keep us controlled. They do exactly, the top parties in Washington and even here in Phoenix, the establishment, at least the people that are supposed to be the leadership in the parties, they are following the law orders from the same masters. That's the point. Yes, there are some differences. There are always going to be some differences, I understand. But then the bottom line is to come down to the real cause of the problem. We could solve a lot of these problems if we always go back to the root of the cancer. And Ronald understands it. The private central bank, called also Federal Reserve, that prints money out of thin air. Think about it. Maybe you don't understand. The Federal Reserve is, I know many of you guys, listeners, you understand, but the majority of America probably still thinks that the Federal Reserve is federal. And we have to go to them as America, as a nation. Every time we need a dollar, we need to beg for the dollar to be printed. Now they don't even print anymore. It's digital. It's a digital illusion. With no backing, no gold, no silver, out of thin air. This is a role that our treasury, our country used to and could do before 1913. Instead, we had to go to these central cartels of bankers, private bankers. They print this currency and then they charge us the interest. And the interest we had to pay back with real work. Think about what type of scam we are living in. We've been in bondage the last 100 years at least. So that's the point. That's why I say when I find people like him, I'm excited, especially when I see how it can be possible. It is almost unheard that you have a regular guy, because Ronald is a regular guy, he's a working man. He doesn't have any type of connections when it comes down to power. And, as you said, the guy he was running against, he owns the station, he controls the media, at least controls the ink, they have money, they have the backing of the Central Party. It's insane. It's a miracle. I'm very excited. Now, I want to talk about one topic. I think it's very important. A few days ago, I had on my Facebook page a post regarding that piece of, let's see how I call him exactly, Paul Ryan, Speaker of the House. I said, "You are a pure piece of slime," on my Facebook page. And I stay behind every letter of what I wrote. Not just word, letter, consonant and vocal. Paul Ryan, Speaker of the House, you're a pure piece of slime. Let me tell you exactly what happened. First of all, he's a piece of slime no matter what. This guy is the biggest fraud, like Bonner, and I want to call him Bonner intentionally, was. They're just the puppets. The illusion that they tried to give us in this game of wrestling match, Republicans against Democrats. They're all working for the same masters, pretty much the same. They butt kiss up to Obama and they do exactly what they're told. That's it. But before we go there, Paul Ryan mocks senior citizen who wants to keep his Medicare. And he says, I hope he is on his blood pressure medication as this man is dragged out to the town hall and handcuffed. This is, by the way, is a senior guy, 71-year-old. But let me tell you also first of all, let's listen to this little, let's say, audio clip, okay? Because it's very important.
Most of our debt in the future comes from our entitlement programs.
Hey, what is this
Medicare
entitlement program
and
all about,
Medicaid.
Mr. Congressman?
So-
I paid into that for 50 years. My unemployment and my Social Security and my Medicare, and now you're gonna...
So-
What? Now! Stop it now!
I hope he's taking his blood pressure medication.
I can get you one for now.
The budget system we have.
That was Paul Ryan laughing at this poor bastard who was trying to exercise his First Amendment, by the way. He had a very good point. He's been paying for all his life. These are not entitlement programs. And let me tell you briefly, I have a few minutes left when it comes down to this topic, where I stand, so you understand very well pretty much who you're talking to. I despise the idea of Social Security and any type of federal or state program that does not give me the freedom to choose if I want to be part into it. The idea that my paycheck, if I had a paycheck, I don't have a paycheck, thank God, the government can take my money without my consent, it drives me crazy. Crazy! Think about it. It's worse than a Ponzi scheme. The Ponzi scheme, at least you have the stupidity to choose to be part of it. This is like the mafia pointing the gun at your head, say, give me your money, and then they tell you, yes, we're gonna give them back to you. With the interest. Okay. I mean, you have no other choice, really. So, it's a contract. I wish it didn't happen. I wish you still had the choice to choose, since you work for that money. It's your money, it's supposed to be your money. It's your life. You're supposed to decide how you want to invest that money for your retirement or not. But the way it is, of course, they take your money. So the government, it is not giving you charity back. What it's doing, they're supposed to fulfill the obligations of this contract that they force you into it. So the idea is, you, Paul Ryan, piece of slime, worse than slime, these government programs, they're no entitlement. They're just giving back the money. The people are entitled to this money because they already gave them to you, to the government. If you really want to know how the money, we're going to get broke. We're going to get broke, first of all, for this crazy, Federal Reserve out there that they are printing. Every time they print $1 is $1 of debt. It's impossible to repay back. And more important, you start to stop all these millions of billions and trillions of dollars given around the world to Israel, to Iran, to 128 countries around the world, and to the military-industrial complex. And then, of course, to people like you, that you live in a complete another reality from us. Really. And to the Syrians, or all these refugees that you want to bring in. And I mean, come on, guys. And the worst part, this is like living in Nazi Germany. We see this man. Yes, he was a little irritated. He has the right to be irritated. He didn't point a gun at him. He didn't, he was just a little bit being a man. But now probably it's a sin. If you're a little bit red-blooded American, now you are a danger. They handcuff him so fast They threw him on the ground like he was a piece of garbage. Just to tell the facts, to tell the truth to this piece of slime of Paul Ryan. I despise you, Paul Ryan, I despise. And by the way, this is the point. I have friends out there that, they try to say, at least one friend, I don't want to mention her name. The point is, look, I'm against all entitlement. That's fine. But this is not an entitlement. This is a contract. How do you feel if me and you, we have a contract? And I force you into this contract, by the way. This is just, of course, talking in sort of almost an example. I force you to this contract. I'm the government. I say you must give me, for the rest of your life, since you start working for 40 years, you must give me a certain amount of money for every dollar you make. And I have the promise to give it back to you. But then, 30 years later, after you give me all this money, oh, no, this is too much. This entitlement is going to, completely bankrupt us. Guess what? Maybe you should have never started this fraud on us. So the federal government first must fulfill its obligation to all these people that they've been giving and being forced to give all this money to the Social Security, to Medicare, or anywhere that the government stole this money legally. They need to give them back. And then, yes, we should start fresh. And people should have the choice to decide if they want to be part of this federal fraud programs or they want to keep their money and manage them themselves. That's it. All right. I need some blood pressure medication right now. My God, I hate these bastards. And normally I don't hate anybody, but I tell you, when I see something so bad and people there laughing, when you see a fellow American thrown on the ground for his First Amendment, I really hate you bastards. You're listening to Love, Guns and Freedom with Luca Zanna. Second hour is going to be about guns. We have a great guest. Don't go away.
You're listening to Love, Guns and Freedom with Luca Zanna on United States.fm network.